Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Ascendant, Rising or Ascendant, whichever one you prefer. So this is what might happen before the end of this year, and it's a might because this is firstly because this is a general reading. So some things may be for you, some things may be for other people, but also sometimes it's tricky to like get the exact details of what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So you never really know. Um, exactly what's going to happen. Like you might know or have a general idea, but there's still like a surprise that you never thought of. Well, at least I've experienced that, and I feel like generally that does apply to most people. Again, take this as you will. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and also do apply your own beliefs, your own belief system, your own ideas, your own religions to this reading. So I might say something that maybe isn't what you believe, and that's completely okay. Like for example, some people may believe in twin flames, some people may not. That's just an example. So the Magician, the Knight of Wands, the Tower, and the Page of Pentacles. The Tower card, it does like I know people do tend to fear the Tower card for understandable reasons, but you do have the King of Pentacles here as well. So I do feel this Tower moment. I'm going to start with this one since it is kind of a scary card. So this Tower moment, I'm seeing something where it changes your belief systems, changes your core foundation, especially with this Page of Pentacles. To clarify it, this Page of Pentacles almost looks like she herself, the woman in the thing in the card, almost looks like a tower, the way she's standing on one leg, where a tower has that should I say structure for balance. When you're building a tower, you need to make sure it won't fall. You need to be able to be steady and stable, basically balanced, which is what she's doing here. She's steady, she's stable, and she's on one leg, so balancing. So I am seeing this as something that could change your core foundations. So the things you know. So Page of Pentacles is studying and learning. So the things you've learned over the years, the things you like, your morals, your belief systems, your values, things like that being challenged and maybe even changed. So changed for a reason, because you can't move a tower, you can only break it and rebuild it. You can't physically move a tower like you can, for example, a car or a minivan. So that's why I'm seeing that tower as something where the things you believe in are changed, maybe even challenged or broken, like broken basically. Um, that could and things like that could lead to confusion and self-doubt. Like you believe something your whole life and then it's changed or it's challenged, or it could be something as simple as a characteristic of your own, so a characteristic that you have needing to be changed, and this change being forced upon you by the universe, I guess. Because lightning isn't something we tend to call, it happens and it strikes where it wants to and when it wants to. So the sudden lightning bolt coming and striking to break your base, to break the foundation you've built, break it apart so you can rebuild it and go from the Page of Pentacles to a King of Pentacles. So when you rebuild it, it will be so much more stronger. Kind of like when a kingdom has its king and then the king, I don't know, refuses to change, or the king's rule isn't working for the kingdom, it isn't working anymore. So they need to either find a new ruler, king or queen. I'm just saying king because of this card. So king or queens, but they need to change their ruler, or the king changes. Either they change their ruler or the king himself changes himself. Um, so that sort of thing. So before the end of this year, some of you, not all of you, this could be for one person, it could be for 5 people, it could be for 10 people. It could be a small, not a huge tower moment that makes you cry, makes you depressed, makes you question reality. It could be a smaller tower moment. By a smaller tower moment, I mean something where you learn a piece of information that you never knew before, but it changes your reality or how you see the world. So something like that. Or for some of you, it could be a bigger tower, so a huge lightning strike. So that could be, I don't know, as an example, this is just an example, someone you've spent a lot of your life with having to leave your life. Maybe they're traveling away or going somewhere far away, or maybe you're moving out, but for some reason having to move away from from someone you spend a long time with, and then having to change to adapt to this new thing. That's just an example though, just an example to clarify. So it could be a huge lightning strike or a smaller lightning strike, a lesser, so something smaller, something bigger. And it doesn't even have to be, for example, that you receive information that changes how you view your life. It could be something else. It could be that you read a book that changes how you view life, or you learn something, because this is Page of Pentacles, this is learning. So maybe someone teaches you something that changes your behavior, your pattern. Maybe even you watch a video, like one of those how-to videos or something that changes your foundations, basically changes you. The tower usually represents you, and I guess your mentality as well. So that structure you've built, that home that you find security in, being changed. I guess in this case it's more of a tree. I think it looks like a tree to me, a tree with lots of I think I've seen those trees. I'm not going to get into it. So yeah, I'm going to leave that now. I'm not going to get too much into. And you do have, interestingly, you have the Page of Pentacles, and that's typically about learning. In this deck, although there's not like any aspect of learning around, I do see, like, typically this is about a beginner learning something new. And you have the King of Pentacles here with a library behind him, which is very interesting. So I'm guessing for most of you, this Tower moment is to do with knowledge. So knowledge as in being mentored, being a mentor, being a beginner level at something, or challenging yourself to try something new, or simply literally learning something from a book. But either way, it's to do with learning, studying, and all the stuff I mentioned before. So the Knight of Wands, this is a lot more positive and what do you call it? Fiery, passionate, it's fun. And you do have, with this Magician card, I do see it as drinking, basically. This Knight of Wands is someone that wants to have fun, that travels around, doesn't spend too long in one place having fun. Some of you, if you are able to, maybe going to a few nightclubs is what I'm seeing. Or maybe some of you haven't had the chance to, you may be having the chance too soon. For some of you, it's more of I guess just something to do with like liquids. I'm seeing liquids like water, well, not water, liquids that you can have a party with. So it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be orange juice, like in some children's parties you have diluted different kinds of diluted drinks. So I think I can have Ribena as well. So I'm basically seeing drinks with these two cards together. And partying as well. For some of you, not all of you may be able to party. Some of you may be able to, because this, I don't know, it's the energy of the Magician card is making me think that, paired with the Knight of Wands. And it's the hands as well. Like her hand almost looks like it's a candle, but it's not. Like whenever I see this card, it makes me think that her hand is a candle, and you have the hand here as well, so creating something. So some of you, it could be simply exploring the spiritual, maybe just exploring your ability to manifest. So you're exploring your ability to manifest, or tapping into manifestation. So this card, Magician card, is the magician summons things, creates things, brings things from into the, should I say, this materialistic realm, and from the spiritual realm, connects the two. You have the Knight of Wands, someone who's passionate, who has short bursts of passion, I guess. So could be romantic wise, could be simply interests. So short. So I don't know how to, like, suddenly being interested in something and then just as quickly not being interested in it. And it doesn't just have to be romantic, it could be other things as well. It could be anything really. I feel like all these cards relate as well, because there's the Magician unites the materialistic and the spiritual. Knight of Wands deals with passion and I guess how you have fun, traveling, also being the life of the party, things like that. So having fun, enjoying, I guess you could say, enjoying life, or exploring and enjoying life. Seeing where life takes you, being spontaneous. And it's similar to this Tower card in the sense of lightning can create fire. And I think there is some fire spreading on that tower as well. It's cool on the butterflies too. So restriction of movement, the fire on the butterflies. But also you do have that fire here as well. So maybe some of you will be having more freedom. Anyway, so the Magician unites the materialistic and the spiritual, and you have here the Page of Pentacles, which is the materialistic, things you see, things you can perceive, touch, and knowledge of this world. And you have the King of Pentacles as well, another materialistic card. Pentacles, earth energy, being grounded. So for some of you, it could be about your manifestations. Some of you may be seeing your manifestation starting to happen. Maybe some of you may be getting into manifesting. And also, this reading may not be super duper dramatic. I may not be saying things like, "Oh, this would happen here, then," like, I don't know, or you definitely meet this person in a few months or whatever. I don't want to like exaggerate or make whatever the cards are saying seem dramatic. I just want to like say what I'm seeing, and not, what's the word? Flame anything up. Flame, since Knight of Wands is here. Some of you may be getting really like, I'm seeing that music will likely play a big influence in you. Music, and I'm seeing drinks. For some of you, it's mostly music. For some of you, it's mostly drinks. For some of you, it's mostly about your manifestations. For some of you, it's that you may be traveling around on short journeys. And I was seeing like her hair being blown back, and it caught my attention. I guess just having fun and experiencing life. I'd say with the Magician as well, but then challenges and new things to learn with these two cards. Maybe the thing for you to learn is to have fun. For some of you, maybe what you're learning is manifestation. Some of you may be manifesting this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands could be a person coming into your life for some of you. Because the Knights do sometimes represent people, and the Kings, I believe. So for some of you, the Knight of Wands could be a person you may be meeting, or could be you. So either someone else or you, or the lifestyle that you may be having before the end of this year. Some of you, not all of you. So back of the deck energy. Okay, judgment, so freedom, so release. Again, this is freedom. This Tower moment could be to free you from judgment. Because you see the butterflies, which represent freedom and transformation, are being burnt. So maybe this Knight of Wands person comes to like change your point of view, because I don't know how to put it. Knight of Wands, fire, butterflies being like caught on flames. And the butterflies representing transformation, and then fire and butterfly both being freedom. And you have this judgment card here with her. It's like a second soul. So release from judgment, release from judgment of others and yourself. And also there's this like link between the spiritual and the physical. So some of you will be tapping into the spiritual a lot more, or having a deep connection with the spiritual. Either you tap into it, or there will be a link between you and the spiritual, or if you already have a link between yourself and the spiritual realm, or the spiritual in general, it may be getting strengthening before the end of this year. So strengthening your connection. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to go too deeply into the deck, since this is already 12 minutes. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this resonated. If you would like to, you can like, share, comment, or subscribe.